Good morning, welcome. Go ahead and find your playlist either up in the chat for you or Vinyasa 114 if you're following me on Spotify. And then we're going to start this morning in any seated position. As always, if you prefer a different shape, something else is calling to you, go ahead and take that option. But if you can, start in any seated pose. And once you've decided what that seated pose is, go ahead and hit start on your playlist. Our first few tracks are in silence. Let yourself take a moment to work the fidgets out. And then soften the eyes. Just taking these first few breaths to take everything in. Sounds in the room, sensations inside your body. Start to notice the little subtle movements of your body that occur with each breath. Your next inhale, take that deep, intentional breath in that fills the belly, moves it up to the ribs, all the way to the very top of the chest. Exhale, push the air out through the mouth. Again, inhale in through the nose. Filling, 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 all the way to the top of the chest. And then exhale out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. All the way to the top, seal the lips and exhale back out through the nose. Continue these circular breaths, adding that constriction in the back of the throat that makes that ocean-like sound. Letting this Ujjayi breath warm you up from the inside. And when you're ready, start to make your way towards a tabletop position. Take your time, there's no rush. But when you arrive in tabletop, feel the hands press firmly into the mat. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. On an inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, giving yourself a little twist. Exhale, thread the right arm under, bringing the right shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, open others. Exhale, thread it under. Inhale, reach it up. And this time as you thread it under, let your head rest down on the mat. So we're going to take 2 deep breaths here. Stay where you are, or the other hand can come forward. Or you can also take that top arm and wrap it around your back. Just opening up the shoulders. When you're ready, press yourself back up. Find that neutral spine. We're going to find these twists all on the left. Letting the breath fill you up. Exhale, squeeze it out as you twist. After your third one, take a moment and pause. And see if you get a little deeper into that twist. And when you're ready, press yourself back up to neutral spine. And go ahead and start to take any other movements you like. Maybe you want to repeat that sequence of shoulder openers, or maybe you want to move on to some cats and cows or somewhere else. But give yourself a moment here to just breathe and move in whatever way you need this morning. Just keep that Ujjayi breath going through your body. Start to make your way back towards neutral spine. Feel those fingers wide. Tuck your toes under. And gently lift your hips up and back. Start to find your way to that first downward facing dog. Go ahead and work out your dog a little bit. Opening the chest back towards your thighs. Release any tension in the neck. Good. One more breath here. And on the exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet, find whatever way possible to come to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your back halfway, find your length, belly pulls up and in, shoulder blades are squeezing together. Exhale, fold it all the way back down, hug it in. Inhale, arms come up to the sky, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Or by your side. And feel nice and tall in this mountain pose. Feet grounded down. Energy moving up your legs. Belly squeezing up and in. Shoulders down. Head floats high. On the next inhale, arms come up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Flip your palms to face upwards. And as you exhale, take a side bend to the right. And if you can, let your gaze go up to the sky. Really try to open up that left side body. Inhale through center, feet ground down as head reaches up. Exhale, side bend the other way. Inhale through center, gaze goes up. And exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale, find your half lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Find your first plank here, belly strong, inner thighs squeezing towards each other. Gaze is forward. And then start to bend your elbows. Rolling over those toes. Heart opens. Exhale, hips up and back. Down dog. Find 3 deep breaths in your dog. On that third exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Find your own way to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, and let's do the whole thing again. Inhale, arms up, interlace your fingers, flip your wrists. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, feet ground down as you reach up. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, gaze up, and fold it down. Find your half lift. And then exhale. The bottom of the exhale, the bottom of that chaturanga. Inhale, open up. Exhale, down dog for 3 breaths. The belly squeezing up and in. And when you're ready, your feet find their way to the top of the mat. Move through your version of this sequence, all on your own. Feel the breath. Feel your body opening with each movement. This is our last round. So after you found those 3 deep breaths in your down dog, you're going to make your way towards the top of the mat. And this time we're going to find our way to that favorite pose, chair pose. So go ahead, toes together, heels apart. And as you inhale, bend your knees deeply, sink your hips. Arms come all the way up. Find your way to Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. Really feel where the weight is on your feet. The weight should be back on your heels. Inner thighs really engaged here. Keeping that squeezing up and in, supporting your core. Arms and heart opening. So when we arrive in chair, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, both arms moving back past your hips. Lower your chest, but keep that belly engaged. Inhale through center, arms come back up, heart opens even more. And then exhale, fold it down. Inhale, half lift. And find that Vinyasa pattern that takes you back to a downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift the right leg all the way up. Option to bend your knee and open your hip, just giving yourself a little hip opener. And as you exhale, foot comes forward, plant between the hands. Back heel will ground down at about a 45-degree angle. And as you inhale, both arms come up. It's a warrior one. So feel the body firmly down, arms reaching up. Exhale, hands come behind your back. Interlace your fingers, open your shoulders, gaze can go up. And then begin a forward fold, either hovering over that front leg, or if your hips and shoulders are open enough, go ahead and come inside. But lengthen that neck, release it. And if you can, open the shoulders as much as you possibly can. On the exhale, hands come down to the mat. Take that front foot to the back and connect your Vinyasa. Same thing on the left. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Open the hip. Exhale, bring it forward, ground the feet. Feel the rooting down as you pull up on the inhale. Exhale, hands behind your back. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior, come all the way down. Bottom of the exhale, hands come down. Take that foot back, option for 3-legged plank if you prefer. Find your Vinyasa. 3 breaths, bring it back to that dog. Third breath, you bend your knees. Find yourself coming forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold, let's do it again. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Find your chair. Exhale, hands come back past your hips, warming the shoulders. Inhale, fill it up, open your heart. Exhale, fold it down. Lift. Exhale, bottom of the chaturanga. Open your heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands behind your back. Open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Connect the vinyasa. Same thing on the left, followed by 3 deep breaths in your downward facing dog. All right, keep moving, keep breathing, and check it out and see how you're doing. Good. The breath is gonna feel heavier because you're building more heat in your body. So keep that going. It's okay for that breath to be loud. Keep the ujjayi as much as possible. Let your breath be a source of strength. So if you're gasping for breath, back off, seal your lips, get the breath under control first, and then come back in. You have 1 minute left, so it's about 1 more round. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the heat building inside of you. Feel yourself getting stronger. Good. And you always know you make those modifications that are best for your body. It's taking out the vinyasa, just pressing back to down dog, all good. It's all about whatever it is that you need today. Good. When you finish this round, we're all gonna be back up in that downward facing dog. Take your time, get there when you're ready, even yourself out. I want you to notice right here, how does the downward dog feel? How is this dog different? How are you different? How do you feel different now that you've warmed up a little bit? So take a moment here to really feel your thumb and forefinger of your hands pressing down to the mat. See if you can rotate your triceps. It's going to help your scapula become nice and wide, giving you strength in your back. Feel the belly is still squeezing up and in, let that neck be nice and long. And feel the length in your hamstrings and in your back. 1 more breath here. 1 more breath out. Good. On the next inhale, right leg's gonna lift high to the sky. Exhale, right knee comes forward to touch right elbow. Keep the thigh open, nice and parallel to the ground as much as possible. Inhale, leg lifts back up. Exhale, squeeze your knee all the way across, touch opposite elbow. You're going to twist. Inhale, leg lifts back up. Exhale, foot's gonna come forward. And gently place your knee down on the mat. Press your hips forward, arms come up. We're coming to a low crescent lunge. So really opening the hips here. Body can stay upright, or maybe you want to add a slight back bend, up to you. The hands come down, take a step back. We'll just do that much on the left. So on the inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, elbow to same knee. Inhale, fill. Exhale, squeeze the knee all the way across. It'll be a nice, strong exhale. Inhale, leg lifts back up. Exhale, foot comes forward. Gently place the knee down. As you inhale, press your hips forward. Open your heart. Feel the inner thighs still squeezing towards the midline. Then hands come down. Catch your vinyasa. Same thing, glad on. Remember, you always have the option to take the vinyasa out and just press back to down dog. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, squeeze the breath out. Finding those two knees. After your two knees, foot comes forward, drop the back heel down. Inhale, find your low crescent. All right, next part. Exhale, we're gonna come to a half. So forward fold, hands come either side of the leg. Go ahead and straighten the front leg. Head comes down. Option, leave your hips high or come all the way down to a seated position. Totally up to you. On your next inhale, press yourself back into the front knee. Round the back heel. You're gonna straighten the front leg, and as you exhale, start to unfurl your body, coming to a triangle pose. Bottom hand is connected somewhere on this leg or down to the mat. Top shoulder is really rotating open and wide. As you inhale, use these fingertips. Pull yourself all the way up, find your beautiful star. Exhale, heels turn back forward, fold down. Inhale, walk yourself out to a wide-legged plank. Give yourself at least one push-up. Do more if you're feeling sassy. And as you exhale, walk yourself all the way to the back of the mat. Back heels lifted. Last posture of this set. Inhale, and up to revolve reverse. So back heels lifted, left arm wraps around your spine. Upper body is leaning back and twisting. So you're like opening up these hips. Hands down, connect your vinyasa. Left side coming at you. So left leg lifts. Exhale, squeeze the breath out as you find those two knees. Third downward, third three-legged dog. Foot comes forward, drop the knee. Press the hips forward, low crescent lunge. New part. Exhale, half split. Whichever version works for you. Inhale, press back into it. Round the back heel, left hand finds the connection. Right arm unfurls, opens the body to triangle. Inhale, pull up, find the star, heels turn backwards. Exhale, fold it down. Walk it out. Keep yourself nice and strong. At least one push-up here. Walk yourself to the back of the mat, finding your revolve reverse. Body is nice and connected down as the upper body leads up and back. Hands down, connect that vinyasa. One more part coming at you. So we're gonna find those two knees. Foot comes forward, low crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale, press back into those legs. As you exhale, unfurl triangle. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold it down. Walk yourself out. Find your push-up. Turn towards the back of the mat. Revolve reverse. All right, last, only two postures left for you. I think you got it. So from here, next inhale, shift your weight. Back knee comes high into your chest. Opposite hand comes to knee or foot. Open up to find dancing Shiva. If you can, gaze is going to go towards that back hand. Balance challenge. From here, release the foot. Right hand grabs right ankle, left arm goes up. Take as many breaths as you need, but kick into that back leg. Heart's going to lift forward. Finding your version of a dancer pose. Feel wherever this pose can take you. And when you're done, release it down and connect your vinyasa. Right, guys, that's all I have. That's all I got out of you today. So start moving. Take all this. Let it be whatever you want it to be. Add in those shapes that make you feel alive. Take all the stuff you're like, I hate this, doesn't feel good. But allow the sequence to challenge you. Let it push you. So keep moving, keep breathing. I'll cue that last part for you one last time when you get there. Maintaining the breath. The breath is the first and most important thing. So when you find that triangle pose, next thing you're gonna do is pull up, find the star shape. Exhale, forward fold down. Walk it out, keep yourself nice and strong. At least one push-up, focus is forward in those push-ups. Walk it back. Back heel's lifted, inhale, ground down as you pull up, revolve, reverse. All right, last part, those last two poses. Inhale, back knee comes high into chest. Look comes forward, finding your version of dancing Shiva, whatever that looks like. It doesn't matter what it looks like, it matters what it feels like. Release the foot, knee points down, change hands. Ground down to that supporting foot. Find a focus in front of you or drishti. And then start to play. Take a moment to play with this dancer shape. And when you think you've found your edge, or you say, hey, I'm done with this thing, hands come down, connect your vinyasa. Let the breath tell you how fast to move. Ride it through the sequence. And as always, play. If the worst thing that happens to you today is that you fall out of a shape on your mat in a yoga class at home, I still say today's probably a win. If you want to crank that music loud, always an option for you. Feel the inhales and exhales giving you strength. And check in on you guys. Find the breath. Find the wobbles. Enjoy the wobbles. Wobbles mean that you're trying something a little outside your comfort zone. Because if you remember, change, growth, transformation doesn't happen in a little bubble of comfort and safety. You gotta be willing to get a little messy, get a little bit outside of that. Because the only thing that is inevitable is change. So you can choose to either try to stay exactly where you are or push yourself forward to become the next version of you. I'm not just talking about yoga, happens in all different places of our life. So practice it here, practice here in the safety of your yoga mat. If there's a shape you've really been wanting to play with and you've just been too scared to, give it a shot. Maybe today's the day it's gonna work. Okay, friends, you have 1 minute left. For this 1 minute, find whatever it is you need. Doesn't matter if it's part of the sequence or something else. If it's high intense cardio, you want those 1 minute mountain climbers, go for it. If it's a shape, go for it. If it's a resting place, that's okay too. As long as you come back to the breath. Because breathing is one of the few things in this world that we have control over. Let the breath fill you up, creating the energy as you bring it in. Exhale to ground you, give you strength, give you power. And wherever you are, sink and pause. Find your way, just check in. Just be still, leave the water, just come as you are. And just observe. Observe. Catch your breath. Giving yourself permission to pause right here without judgment. One more breath. And then grab the water. Meet me in downward dog. So now we're all warmed up. So now we're going to really challenge to see what's inside of us. So lift that right leg up. Exhale, foot comes forward. Back heel's going to ground down. Windmill yourself up or coming to that warrior two. So you want to feel the right arm really reaching forward. Left arm reaching back with the same amount of energy. Ground the feet. Laser focus right over the middle finger of that front hand. Now if this shape is comfortable, you don't feel much, maybe you can expand it, maybe you can go a little deeper. Maybe you try and it doesn't work, but at least you tried. We're not holding the shape, we're growing in it. So as your muscles start to shake, as they start to quake, find this deeper breath. Front heel lifts up. Activate the back hand, shoulders press down, belly squeezes up. 5 more breaths right here. Control the inhales and exhales. Heel comes down. And from here, start to bring the right arm, forearm down to the thigh. Left arm over your head, the side angle. Option 1 is you stay here. Also the option if your hips are open enough to bring your top hand down to the mat. That's option 2. If you want to work towards a bind, bringing this hand around behind your back, you're welcome to do so. Just make sure that top shoulder is really opening. We're working this whole side body. Feel the back leg charging down into the mat. And whatever's going up top, just activate it as strong as you can in the opposite direction. Breath is strong. Find the gaze. For 3. For 2. For 1. Bottom hand reaches forward. Back leg's gonna lift, straighten that leg. And unfurl, find yourself in that half moon pose. Release the energy out the back legs, flex that foot nice and strong. Head's reaching forward. Now if the shape is comfortable for you, maybe you try turning your gaze up towards the top hand. Make adjustments if you need to. Maybe that bottom hand flows up off the mat. Feel the wobbles. Wobbles are good. Oh, you might fall over like I just did. That's okay. The opportunity to come back. For 3. For 2. For 1. Hands come down. Find the Vinyasa. 3 deep breaths. And when you're ready, lift the left leg up. Foot comes forward. Warrior 2 on the other side. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see me better. And for those of you that know, I have a slight YouTube obsession. I've been really good and haven't played a lot of YouTube lately. Sorry, I had to give in this week. My all-time favorite songs. Feel all 10 toes nice and wide. Grounding down. Remembering that a strong warrior is a peaceful one. So see if you can find that peace right here. And just breathe. One more breath. Front heel lifts up. Shoulders down. When we get tense, we start to hold our breath and bring everything up and in. Breath gets down, shoulders down. Feel the width, the strength that comes with this warrior 2. For 3 more breaths, just 3. Keep going. Foot comes down. Forearm down. Find your version of side angle on this side. Really rotate this top body open. Anchor the back foot. Come on, find the strength, find the breath. Bend deeply into that front knee. And you have the option to bring this arm down or go for a bind. All things that are good for you. Shoulders down your back. One more big breath. Next breath comes in. Left arm's gonna reach forward. Lift the back leg. Unwind yourself. Come all the way to that half moon pose. And go for it right here. Don't stay in that shape that is safe. The one that you know you can master. Go for the one that's gonna make you fall over. Let it be messy and enjoy the mess. Energy out the head, out the foot, grounding down into the mat. You got this. Three more breaths. Deep and strong. Hands down, find that vinyasa. One big breath. Now from here, shift your weight forward, find a plank. Find any plank. You're just gonna hold. You can be up on your tall plank, on your elbows, on your knees. Doesn't matter as long as you're staying with your breath and you're making the choice that's right for your body today. If you want to rock a little, go for it. Strong breath. Knees float down. Hips come back. Whew. Just again, check in. Hands to heart. Feel the beating. All right, friends, I'm gonna move on to some hip openers. Normally I don't do a lot of pigeon pose, and I feel like a lot of us do that. But I think today our hips have earned a pigeon. So down dog, lift the right leg all the way up. Exhale, bring the foot forward. Let your right knee come down somewhere behind your right wrist. Left foot is in line with your left hip. Sit up nice and tall. Trying to keep your hips square so you're not falling off to the side. Tuck your back toes under. Find some length in that back leg. And when you're ready, release your leg down. And with control, allow yourself to just sink into this shape. If there's another hip opener that's better for your body, you want to flip onto your back and go to a figure four, you always have the right to make those choices. Allowing yourself to release any tension, any gripping, any unkind thoughts. A lot of times emotions hop up when we do these hip openers. So acknowledge them. Let them continue on their journey by. Breathe into the places that have tension. Each exhale, try to release anything that's not helping you. Slowly start to walk your hands back up by your hips. Gently tuck your toes under. Lift yourself up and back. And just reset in that down dog shape. When you're ready, and not a moment before you are ready, you lift your left leg up. And you start to set up for your shape on the other side. Lengthen the back leg if you need to. Get yourself stable. And as you're ready, slowly begin to walk yourself forward. One more breath here. And slowly walk your hands up. Weight shifts to one side. Legs come around nice and long to the front. And then with control, gently roll all the way down onto your backs. Just feel your spine connecting down. Now move on to a shoulder stand inversion. So first phase of that is just on the floor, legs straight up. Option, of course, to stay right here. If you want a little bit more intensity, your hips up over your shoulders. Support your low back and lift your feet straight up to the sky. Squeezing those inner thighs together like you have one giant leg. Remembering the shape is called shoulder stand, not neck stand, so you want to have your weight distributed across your shoulders. Giving yourself a little change in perspective. On your next exhale, you're in shoulder stand, feet can come all the way over your head, coming to Halasana or cloud pose. If you're in legs up the wall, just stay right where you are. Give yourself a few deep breaths in this place. Next exhale, begin to soften the knees so they come by your ears or forehead. Karna Padasana. Start with your hands, come back to your low back. With control, lift your legs all the way back up over your head, returning to shoulder stand. In whichever shape you're in, slowly and carefully begin to roll yourself back down to the mat. Legs are going to lengthen up and out, so there's control as you float your legs all the way down. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Spinal massage. Take any other shapes here that you feel you need. Maybe you decide to do a twist or a back bend. And when you're ready, start at your leg spine length. Arms are away from the body. Take a big breath in. And release. Slowly start to take a deep breath in, filling the belly, the ribs, the top of the chest, and then just let it all go. Begin to welcome small movements. And when you're ready, knees can come into your chest for a great big hug. Rock side to side. Eventually finding your way all the way to your favorite side. And gently pressing yourself up to seated. Hands come to your heart. Just find that moment of gratitude. What is something you are grateful for? And hold that image, that person, that place. Notice how it lights you up. Maybe a smile comes across your lips. Maybe as we leave this space today, you take that joy and gratitude with you. Thank you so much for coming and practicing. I am so very grateful for each and every one of you. Namaste, my friends.